In the end of the world, I came back to life. I stocked up 100 boxes. And 100 boxes of frozen Dabaizugao. Meanwhile, I removed the insulation layer in the villa. I removed all the rubber strips from the windows. And replaced the air conditioners with tight ones. I'm not crazy to do all this. But because the uncle's family kicked me out of the villa, the uncle's family who froze me to death also rebirthed. Drinking water, coal, generators, and various warm items. And enough food for me to eat for 2 years. Looking at the list in my hand, I checked and filled the gaps. I sent messages to the suppliers. I have no parents. In my previous life, for the sake of uncle's family, raised me when I was a child, I generously let them come to my villa for refuge. But the snow disaster came too suddenly. There was a shortage of food in the villa. In order to grab more food, they even cut my 7-year-old dog for food. And kicked me out of the villa I paid for. Leaving me to freeze to death in the minus 30 degrees. I'm homeless. In my new life, I can't let this happen again. I will secretly stock up on supplies and strengthen my big villa. This time, I will watch these ungrateful people fall into the same trap as in my previous life. I took out the key and was about to enter the house I rented in the city center. But the next second, I heard a strange noise inside. I thought someone was in trouble and wanted to call the police. But the voice inside was very familiar. I would recognize this voice even if it turned to ashes. It was the uncle's family who killed me in my last life. They have the key to my house. They always came to borrow it. They were more familiar than my own home. I was indebted to them for raising me. I couldn't say anything, but now I only have hatred for them. I was about to enter. I heard a conversation that made me unable to calm down. Sinner, this damn girl. The supermarket owner told me that. Ordered 200 boxes of instant noodles. And heard that he contacted a decoration company. And ordered a bunch of thermal insulation materials. He must have been reborn. Otherwise, where would he eat so many instant noodles? It was the aunt who said that. Her words made my whole body cold. I quickly lay down at the door and listened carefully. I didn't expect they also were reborn. What should I do? In this life, he must want to hide alone. And watch us freeze to death. What a monster. I've raised him for nothing. I don't know which beasts threw me into the ice and snow. Throwing me in the ice and snow to freeze to death. How about this? Let's play along. He will definitely stock up on a lot of supplies. And his mansion will be renovated and reinforced. When he finishes all this, we can drive him out like in the previous life. My heart gradually grew cold. They killed me once in the past life, and now they want to do it again. I want to go in and expose them. But the result will only be a lose-lose situation. Once they know the truth, they will naturally make a second plan. Not only can't I take revenge, but they will have bad intentions. They will do it again. I must think of another way. Thinking like this, I pretended nothing happened and opened the door. The uncle's family fell silent instantly, but for their abrupt disturbance. They didn't show any apology at all. Why are you back so late? We're all hungry. The aunt said unhappily. As if I were a nanny. I'll take you out to eat later. By the way, uncle, I have something to discuss with you. Can you lend me 500,000 yuan? Hearing my words, aunt exploded instantly. You damn girl. You have money to buy a big villa. How dare you ask us for money? It's really hard to get money from him. It's harder than pulling the hair off an iron rooster. I bought this villa in full payment. But now I have no money. I want to decorate this villa well. My vague words, which made the uncle's family more convinced of my rebirth. You figure it out yourself. We don't have a penny. Auntie spread her hands. They want to take advantage of me. Then I can only follow his example. I spread my hands and said helplessly, okay, since you have no money, I won't pretend anymore. Let's talk about it when I have spare money next year. Hearing that I won't pretend, the uncle's family became anxious. Although my villa is magnificent, but I bought it to escape the heat. But it's not very good at keeping out the cold. Even with the air conditioner on full blast, I still shivered in the room. Hey, Don't stop. Uncle supports you. I've transferred the money to you. Uncle took out his phone. The aunt was anxious when he wanted to transfer money. They exchanged glances for a while, and finally the aunt lost. Soon I received the transfer message. With this money, I can prepare more supplies. Although I can borrow millions through loans. But in my previous life, my uncle and his family probably wouldn't live long. Who knows how long this apocalypse will last? It won't be good to ask me to pay back the money then. Thank you, Uncle. I've come to terms with it recently. My cousin has always wanted my villa. In a few days, I'll give the villa to my cousin as his wedding room. Anyway, I don't plan to get married. It's useless to keep it. My words just hit the nail on the head of my uncle's family. I guess they think the same as me. Who knows how long this apocalypse will last? Getting the house in advance. It's also for future plans. You still have a conscience. You didn't waste our raising you for so many years. Only then did the aunt smile. And seemed to be imagining the good life in the future. I smiled. And then found a truck. La la la. I pulled away all the supplies I had delivered to the villa. After sending the uncle's family away, I went to the villa in the suburbs. I thought carefully. Although the villa is remote and has a large space, but it has a drawback. It was too short. Before I was kicked out in my previous life, the snow had already accumulated to half the depth. The living room on the first floor was even crushed by snow, and the windows were all flooded. Such a serious degree. It only snowed for 2 days. So, high-rise buildings are safer. The house I live in now, my uncle's family may come at any time. It's not suitable for renovation. So, I spent a lot of money to rent the most upscale community. 2 high-rise units. I hired a construction team. I added several layers of thick insulation materials and firmly reinforced the doors and windows to prevent them from being washed away by heavy snow. Meanwhile, all kinds of food, drinking water, and heating equipment were all prepared to deal with the situation of various equipment freezing. I also bought some coal. To avoid attracting attention, I moved them up in several batches myself, which really exhausted me. My survival base is being arranged in full swing. Of course, the villa needs to be renovated. I hired a construction team and asked them to redecorate the exterior wall in the shortest time. I want the effect of the outside is fine. That would fall down easily in the wind. The decorators thought I was out of my mind. How could anyone spoil it like this? The villa I bought with my hard work. But seeing that I offered triple the pay, they didn't ask much. Meanwhile, I replaced all the air conditioners in the villa with Jack Lang. I removed all the rubber strips from the window gaps. They couldn't be tightened no matter what. After doing this, I took pictures of the construction site and posted it on a WeChat Moments visible only to Uncle. Decorate the villa well, so that you can be safe from wind and snow. Soon, Uncle sent several thumbs up in the comments. After doing all this, when I was about to reveal the secret, I suddenly received a call from my uncle's wife. Sister, didn't you say to transfer the house to your brother? Hurry up, your brother wants to take advantage of these days. And your future sister-in-law. Hearing this, I couldn't help but sneer. Are you in such a hurry? What a terrible family. Not only did they covet my money, but also want to kill me. Aunt, I'm busy with decoration these days. Give me some time. Don't worry, I will definitely transfer the house to my cousin. After all, it's not easy for you to raise me. You know that. To be honest, you just took your brother's luck. Otherwise you wouldn't be in a prestigious university. And your high-paying job would be your brother's. You should also pay off this debt. By the way, remember to buy more food for the villa, to save your brother and sister-in-law trouble. I rolled my eyes to the sky. I just answered a few words and hung up the phone. At this time, I suddenly saw the Northeast Dubai in the freezer. 30 in a box. It's cheap and good, which can also replenish sugar. They won't melt in the extremely cold apocalypse. I must stock up on 100 boxes for my uncle's family. I ordered the goods from the boss. I was about to go back to the villa to check and supplement. I found a strange woman in a dress appeared in front of my villa at some point.